What's up guys, Cap over here, and welcome to our week 4 team builder as we're taking on the LA Kingdras, coached by Jake. Today we're going to be bringing a team of Kieran Black, Gliscor, Entei, Sock, Electros, and Fortress. Pretty much that's the team he has over there. Some big threats over here is just Mega Venusaur. Mega Venusaur is something that I'm always really scared of because I just always seem to like fumble around it. Like I don't know, I just choke when it's around or get nervous. It just makes me sweat. I don't know. Pretty scary. He has Lavani, which could potentially set up sticky webs, something that I'm not fond of. He has Aerodactyl, which actually hurts my team a decent amount because it is a fast flying and rock Pokemon with a base speed of like 130. So that's something I have to keep an eye out for. Plus it has really good coverage, like really good. It has like Ice Fang, Fire Fang, Aerial Ace, just, you know, good stab. Stone Edge stab is scary. Earthquake. It also gets Fire Blast too, so it can actually beat Walmaria no matter what sort of set I have on it. So that's something that I'm a bit afraid of. Swellow's just, you know, Swellow does its thing. Depends on what sort of Swellow he brings. I'm not too scared of it. Grand Bull, not too scared of it. Crocodile, not too scared of it. Rotom W, not too scared of it. Pretty much it's just those big things that I'm really scared of. Mega Venusaur and Aerodactyl and sticky webs is something that I'm not really keen on, and I really have to make sure I keep that off my side of the field, or else it's going to be a lot closer than I thought it might be. Pretty much over here what we have to deal with sticky webs is Walmaria, the Fortress. So Fortress can take out, well, pretty much just wall Crocodile, Gramble, Physical Swallow, Cryogenal, because Cryogenal doesn't get really great coverage unless if he's running a specially offensive Cryogenal that is carrying Hidden Power Fire. Then that would be pretty cool, but I don't know if he would do that. While Leafeon, Aerodactyl, barring the Fire Fang and Fire Blast, I think he's going to have either or, so I gotta be a bit careful with that. And Lavani. I don't really know what Lavani does. I think it's a physically offensive mon. That just carries like Knockoff, Leaf Blade, X Scissors. It has a decent special attack, but I don't think it has that great of a move pool, other than, you know, more of a Clerk type Pokemon, plus it's frail. So yeah, pretty much Walmaria's job over here is just to Rapid Spin, put Stealth Rocks on his side. Gyro Ball when I can. Gyro Ball is just a good move just because Cryogenal doesn't appreciate it. Aerodactyl doesn't appreciate it, and I can Volt Switch on Aerodactyl too. Because he doesn't really have a lot of things to absorb Volt Switches actually. Just looking at his team, Crocodile's the only thing that really would want to take it, and even then, Crocodile doesn't do much to Walmaria, so I can sort of work around that and make it work. Walmaria just has pretty much a walling job to do. I'm not not looking forward to Walmaria just getting bodied in this match. But next up we have the Entei, which is my Choice Banded. As usual, pretty much I keep bringing this thing Choice Banded just because it's so good. Sacred Fire, Extreme Speed, Bulldoze, and Stone Edge. Pretty much I just need Sacred Fire and Extreme Speed and Bulldoze. So that's all I need. Stone Edge is just in case I can make a good prediction on the Aerodactyl, plus it's just good neutral damage on a lot of things. Sacred Fire it does a decent amount on Mega Venusaur, even if it's specially defensive or physically defensive. I can do a lot of damage to a Mega Venusaur. Plus, I could potentially get the burn. So the thing I'm really scared about with Mega Venusaur is that I don't know if it's going to be physically offensive or specially defensive or physically defensive or a physical attacker, because it can run all that. But he does have the Heatran, so I did decide to put on the Bulldoze just in case I needed that extra oomph to it. I don't know what sort of Heatran he will be bringing. There's a lot of things that he could bring with Heatran in terms of what sort of sets he could bring, I guess. But most likely he could bring like a Shuckaberry Heatran or a Choice Scarf Heatran. Something like that, if I imagine him bringing it. Plus it's a bit worrisome when I click Sacred Fire that he's going to bring Heatran and, you know, it gets a Flash Fire boost. But yeah, pretty much this thing is meant to just clean up once more. Extreme Speed does a lot on Gorbis, Swellow, Cryogenal. Even Lavani, it does a decent amount of damage, and it puts on the defensive pressure that I really want on this team. And it brings everything in range where either my Sock or El Capitan can come in and simply finish up the battle. Next up we have Mr. Eel, my Assault Vested Electros with Volt Switch, Giga Drain, Flash Cannon, and Hidden Power Ground just for the Heatran. As you can tell, I'm really worried about Heatran, Mega Venusaur. It can take on Granbull too, so that's something that I'm pretty happy about because I imagine him switching Granbull on the Electros and I can just click Flash Cannon. Giga Drain is just great for the Rotom because Rotom doesn't really do a lot to this Electros. And Volt Switch is just great switch initiative once more, just to do some damage. But pretty much this is my specially defensive wall, hoping that I can take advantage of it. And next up we have the Sock, which has a really big role. I think I'm just going to talk a bit about my Gliscor actually, just for a bit. As you can tell, it pretty much looks like your standard Gliscor, you know, standard EVs. It is defensive, it's there to be annoying. But I did put on Acrobatics, Baton Pass, Earthquake, and Agility. And the reason why I put on Baton Pass, Agility is because this is one of the few teams that I can bring in Kieran Black and actually sweep if I lower his team enough to a point where, you know, Kieran Black will be like the kill button. And I also brought in McGregor too because McGregor actually can carry on the sweep too because this is a choice banded Sock with Baton Pass, Agility, Gliscor. So, oh boy, I'm debating on either whether bringing a Choice Band or Extra Belt. If I bring in Choice Band, it takes out everything on his team with just like a couple prediction. Poison Jab just KOs Granbull like no manana. Ice Punch does a lot on Mega Venusaur. Close Comment does a lot on everything. I don't care if Granbull resisted. It is taking a lot of damage. Rotom W, I don't care. You're taking a lot of damage. Aerodactyl doesn't take an Ice Punch. So pretty much I just put decent coverage on this thing. I would punish every switch in that he has. And the speed on this is to outspeed a max speed Aerodactyl, I believe. Or yeah, I think something like that. Something like that along those lines. And oh boy, or a choice scarfed Aerodactyl in case he brings that. But this thing is gonna put in some work. I'm excited for it. Just the damage that it can do, the destruction. Oh boy, I'm excited for this. Plus, you know, I actually put some HP on this thing so it could potentially take a hit. Hopefully, I'm really hoping that it takes a hit. This thing is frail as a wet piece of paper. I was gonna say something else, but yeah, it is frail. So frail, but it just does damage. I'm excited to use this thing. Pretty much the basis of this team is, you know, Gliscor can Baton Pass its agility onto something. Earthquake is just great for Heatran. It's great for, that's about it pretty much. Heatran is the only thing that it doesn't appreciate it. Acrobatics is great because Mega Venusaur won't appreciate it too. And it does get walled by Rotom W, but I just really want to bring this thing. I know it's not like the best of best sets, you know, you should bring against someone, but I was like, oh man, if I can make this work, that would be awesome. Hashtag stun or die. Stunt or die, guys. Stun or die. And potential girls. And then finally we have El Capitan, and this is what I was talking about with how I can finish off everything with the Speed Pass Gliscor. The count can pass it on to El Capitan. You can count on that. Oh, what up? So bad, so bad. Pretty much Life Orb, Draco Meteor, Ice Beam, Roost, Earth Power, El Capitan with 212 HP. Modest, 252 in special attack, 36 in speed to outspeed anything that is below Kieran Black, I guess. I don't imagine him bringing like Crocodile because I have so many things that can potentially take out Crocodile, but I do have Walmaria just in case, so there's that. And if I get that speed pass, oh, God help Kieran Black and whoever takes on it. It's just furious. It's too crazy. It's too crazy. It's too much power. Earth Power doesn't care about Ronan W. Doesn't care about Cryogenal. Doesn't care about anything. It just Heatran doesn't appreciate it. Life Orb, Modest, Kieran Black. No, not taking that. Not taking that. Ice Beam. Oh, tell me what on this team wants to take Ice Beam, and then, you know, right away take a Dracometer, like Ice Beam, Crocodile, Grand Bull. I'll Ice Beam a Gorbis. I don't care if it's Scald. What's cooler than an Ice Beam from Kieran Black who's giving you the cold shoulder? I'll tell you what, nothing. Swellow doesn't appreciate it. Mega Venusaur. Oh, Mega Venusaur, rest in peace when you take or potentially take an Ice Beam. Heatran doesn't really. Heatran does take it well, actually. Heatran does take it well. I take back my statement. Leafeon, Aerodactyl, Levani. Nope. 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 Dracometer just does a lot of damage on everything. Grand Bull isn't much of a threat because I can just switch out and go into something else. Ice Beam just does a lot of damage. It's a nice move to click because a lot of his things doesn't outspeed Kieran Black. And I'm excited to use this beast of a Mon. I put on Roost too just so I can recover HP. I know Life Orb, I could take a decent amount of damage. Ronan W doesn't actually do a lot to it. And this is where I was like sort of debating, like, you know what, maybe I can run Substitute and, you know, I don't need Dracometer. Or I could just run like Ice Beam and Earth Power or something like that and, you know, call it a day. Call it GG's. I don't know, do something like that. But then I was like, I might need Dracometer for later on in life. And I don't know what sort of things Cryogenal is doing or wants to do. Or, well, yeah, stuff like that. So, you know, it's something like that. And, yeah, so anywho, I hope you guys enjoy this team builder. Bit of a lazy one, as you can tell. But I'm excited for this week's battle, and I'm hyped. I'm super hyped, guys. As you can tell from my voice, I am hyped. And if you haven't already, be sure to like and sub to the channel. I would really appreciate it. But I'm gonna get going. Wish us luck as always, and I'll catch you guys on the flip side.